Hi, and we're back. And I have a special guest. Actually, okay, it's not a special guest. She actually recorded me twice, but then we couldn't release those too, especially what's going on.
A little controversial.
Yeah, a little controversial, but it's Sonja. She's back. Say hi.
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
So, we were going to shoot the breeze a little bit. No. So, what's going on in your life?
Oh, so much is going on. So my dad recently got a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun there. Gonna spill the tea here because you gotta just spill it.
I'm just going to let you know this is going to be on YouTube, though.
I don't care.
Okay, go for it.
We are all truth here.
Okay.
My dad deserves his happiness. He is 70 plus years old. Let this man live his life. So we are actually working on getting him a passport because him and his girlfriend are going to go on a cruise together.
Where?
They're going to go do like a triple stop, like 5 day or 6 days, 7 nights, something like that.
But is it going to go to like Mexico? Is it going to go to like the Caribbean, or how's it go?
They said something about going to South America is one of the stops. And I'm like, okay. And then I talked him out of the one in Alaska.
Why? I've been wanting to do that one. I really have. I've been wanting to do it so bad.
Just because I know how he is with cold. And he wouldn't be able to have enough layers. I already know him.
He'd be walking around with a flannel. His old dads that walk around with a flannel.
Legit, my dad reminds me of like an old school like mafia guy because you know how they always had the jogging suits and stuff like that?
Yes.
So my dad has jogging suits. Not the silky, like shiny looking ones, but those like cotton, 100% cotton. They're like the two-piece. So everybody knows my dad wears those.
Okay, but before we started recording, you were telling me about it's getting deeper, the beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I'm living for
No,
that.
I know, but tell me, because I was listening to it, I was watching the beef, but I don't have an X account because it got banned, and so.
So, you know, basically the beef has been from like a long time ago, but now because she released a new album, Nicki, I guess, just wants to get. Okay, this is allegedly from me. Don't come for me. Don't sue for me.
School of Wendy Williams.
I know, right? So, love me some Wendy. But supposedly because she released this new album, now Nicki's trying to find a way to become relevant again. So what's the easiest way? Make her an op.
Yeah, correct.
So she goes around and starts running her mouth. Basically, she can't see anybody succeed.
Well, I'll just say I feel like it's actually a good thing that Nicki started the beef again. I'm Team Cardi. Actually, I'm on Team both. Actually, I'm on Team Lil' Kim. But it's Lil' Kim. I am Team Lil' Kim for life. When she came out with the magic stick, that's I'm done with that, you know. But I think it's really good that they're both getting into this beef because it's bringing their names back again, and it's gonna do business for both of their albums.
My thing about it is you could have gotten a lot further by doing a collab.
They didn't they do one when we were working together?
So Motorsport is not the collab that it was supposed to be. So that was what started the beef because Nicki started changing the lyrics and then at the end changed it to basically do a diss to Cardi.
Okay, so there was never, because I thought they had made the video and everything. Didn't they record the video?
They recorded the video and they did the lyrics, but Nicki changed the lyrics.
Nicki, what the hell?
So okay. That's where the mess began.
But you were telling me it got worse, like there's more people involved?
So, okay, where I draw the line, I don't care what happens, draw the line at kids and family.
True, but and I think Nicki just, I don't know if she's really mentally ill, and I can't speak because I'm mentally ill.
I think
I'm on 2 different antidepressants now. But I know that for a fact, don't sit there and say you're going to kick a kid's gums in.
That right
Don't
there
do that.
line.
Don't play like that. Like, I understand you want to go and beat the mama up. That's fine. Go for it. But leave kids out of it. You never mess with kids. I mean, I've always, there's that saying, and it's a saying that I believe in. Even my worst enemy's kids will have a plate and food to eat at my table. Like, I would never do that because I've had in my life, in my family, when people get divorced, it's difficult. But to me, regardless, they're still my nephew and nieces. And then let's say, for example, and this is true, and I'll talk about it openly. I have a sister-in-law who got married, and she had kids after the marriage, dissolved with my brother. Those kids, I consider my nephews.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and they love Omar over here, and they love me. And I'm like, those are my nephews. I don't care. And even if someone says, well, they're not blood, because another family member was like, well, they're not blood. I'm like, don't say that. You can say that, but they're blood to me. Those are my nephews. I'm gonna protect them like they're my kids. So that's why I'm like, don't play with that.
Well, it's like my nephew. I don't play about him.
Yeah.
Like he basically calls me mom number 2.
Correct. Yes.
So, I mean, like, we went all
Wait,
the way.
the one that was nervous to come today?
Yes.
Aw, we see you. We hear you. Why didn't you show up? No. Okay.
He'll come next time.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's where it crossed the line. So
Okay.
they started going back and forth, and then Cardi started talking about her mans, and basically that she's every time she's asleep on those perks that he's running up her Amex. I was like, oh,
But it's even Cardi. It's been known for years. Wendy Williams even talked about it. And
Oh, yeah.
if you listen to like the East Coast radio stations, those rumors are they're rumors allegedly, but they've been out there for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. And then I heard something about her brother was like in jail for, that kids play.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say it because I don't know what YouTube allows me to say or what's going to censor me, but I don't play with that either.
So Cardi went into that too and basically brought up her dad, her brother, and yeah, she went for it.
No, but again, I don't have a Twitter account, an X account, because it got banned.
Look on Instagram because the Twitters are getting shared all over Instagram.
Yeah, that's how I was following it on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh.
Can I say Facebook? Anyways, well, I already said it. I mean, it's either going to get bleeped out or I'm going to get a cease and desist.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So we're going to talk, because today's episode is about Halloween, our favorite holiday of the year. I don't like, it's the only holiday you don't have to put up with family. You don't, you can eat all the candy you want. No one's going to judge you, which I'm doing really good. I haven't bought any Halloween candy yet. That's a lie. I bought it Tuesday. Because it was like 2 for $5 at Walgreens.
Oh, no.
Thanks, Walgreens. It was Hershey's. No, it was Snickers and Reese's Pieces Buttercups. Not the small ones.
But is it like is it a small bag or like a little bit? Because
We're gonna
inflation
call that
changes
shrinkflation. Because I call it shrinkflation. Because that bag, I was like, this is not. I was like, okay, I'm like $2.50. I might as well just grab 2 candy bars, because that's how much it feels. Because the bag was like this much. But I mean, we can't blame Walgreens for it either. I mean, everybody's making everything smaller.
Well, even
that's what she
when I
said.
went to Walmart. When I went to Walmart.
We gotta laugh. I mean,
especially with everything that's going on, you have to. That's the only medicine. Laughter is the best medicine, guys. I promise you, if you can find any way to laugh, whether it's dark humor, positive humor, whatever you want to call it, laugh. Because if not, you're going to cry.
And mine right now, and no, mine for life has always been dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to crack a joke about everything.
Because we're trauma bonded. That's why.
Yeah, we're trauma bonded because I'm like, I'll tell you later. But okay, so it's Halloween, and this is the Halloween episode. And I feel bad because Sonja has the Halloween shirt. I completely didn't catch on to it when she was telling me.
But you have a fall look, so.
Is it fall for real?
It's really, yeah. And then surprisingly, it's actually not hot for once for fall.
When I was standing outside waiting for you,
it was actually nice.
Like, yeah. But then Omar was like, hey, it's 88 degrees. And I was like, what? He goes, it feels like 91. I'm like, that's a lie. But then he's like, 38 humidity. I'm like, yeah, welcome to Houston. I'm like, anything below 40% humidity, we're happy.
I know, because look, my hair is not as crazy as it normally is.
Correct. Mine too. My curls are intact.
I know, right?
I love it. So, okay, Halloween. So we're going to talk about places we have visited and we want to visit. And where have you visited that you've picked up something?
So actually, here in Galveston, we had our prom over. No, I'm sorry, not prom. It was one of our banquets at the Hotel Galvez.
I've never been inside of it either.
So Hotel Galvez is. At that time, I was in high school, so that was years ago.
Don't say that here.
I was like, I won't. So basically, me and a friend of mine were in the bathroom.
Okay.
And not knowing this place was haunted at the time, we're just applying some lip gloss, trying to look cute, everything like that. And the lights started kind of messing up. And of course,
maybe because the building's up.
So that was what I said. I was like,
cracked.
I'm like, okay, maybe it's just building wires. It's old, like, because it has the old vibe. You can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
The lights ended up going off completely. I'm trying to run out. The door won't open. So we're thinking it's like the guy's messing with us or something like that. Mm-hmm. We go out. There's nobody there.
Okay.
So go back to my table. I don't think anything about it. We're doing the banquet stuff. Go back into the bathroom later because we've been dancing. And again, this time, though, you can hear whispers. And we're thinking there's somebody in the stalls.
No, I don't play.
I'm not playing with you.
Okay, I know, but okay.
So we're like, looking around, just kind of trying to figure it out. And then another one of our friends comes in, and we signal, we're like, go to the other bathroom and see if there's somebody there.
Okay, bring the microphone a little bit closer. And we're going to keep it on the YouTube. We're going to keep it on the recording. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
So she's like, go over there and check the bathroom. And so she's looking under every single stall to see if there's feet. There's nobody there.
No, kick the door in. Shoot.
And so this is before I got brave, okay?
Okay.
I wasn't that wild yet.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this is not what we think it is. Like, I already believed in ghosts at that point, but I had never had like a super bad experience. Like, most of mine have been positive.
Okay.
This one was starting to freak me out.
Okay.
We go back, do everything, and then at the end of the night, we're trying to help clean up because some of the parents were supposed to be cleaning up, and we're like, oh, we're going to help our parents and then go to the beach. That was the end goal, was like go to the beach. So I go in the bathroom to change up to go to the beach, and me and one of my friends, I'm not going to say her name. So basically, she got,
Do I know her?
yes.
Okay. I know who it is.
Okay. So me and her were changing, and then again, we hear these whispers. And she looks at me, I look at her, I'm like, fuck this shit, we're out. Like literally, she runs out first. I'm trying to run out. The door won't open. She's pushing on the door. The door won't open.
Okay.
I'm starting to panic. And then one of our boyfriend at the time was trying to open the door.
Whose boyfriend?
Mine.
Okay. What's his name?
We'll call him...
I'm messing with you.
I'm like, we'll call him Jay.
Because I know your current husband's going to see
Yeah.
it. He's going to be like, you had a boyfriend in high school. And
Oh,
you'll be
of
like,
course he's
yeah.
gonna know.
Oh, yeah, I know. No, but okay. So what happened after that? Like,
So we couldn't explain it. And so, like, I'm trying to tell my mom. Of course, my mom doesn't believe me. And her mom wasn't there, so she was riding with me. So then, like, we're trying to be like, no, this is what really happened. This is, you know, and then he's trying to tell her, too, like, I couldn't get the door open. They're like, oh, it just locked, whatever. It didn't just lock. I know it didn't just lock. But that feeling of being trapped, thankfully the lights were on. Because had the lights gone out, I would have really just been on the floor, probably. Oh, here's a question real quick, but while I'm thinking about it. Fight, flight, or freeze? What are you?
fight.
I am also fight.
Okay.
So
And I'll give an example when. Yeah, when it's my turn.
So, well, I'll tell you my example. First, I'll finish this one first. So, nobody believed us. We're telling the band director. We're telling a bunch of people. Everybody's looking at us crazy. Come to find out, there was a couple of other kids that night that had similar experiences. Not getting locked in, but like certain things moving. Just a lot of it. It sounded like people walking around, and there was nobody there.
But okay, but it's not scary. It's just you know that they're there because that's the way I portray ghosts. Is if I hear noises or if I hear footsteps, I'm like, well, they're probably lost and they just don't know how to get to the other side. And so I don't take it to I don't freeze up. And it's honestly because I've been and I can't say I want to say I want to believe in ghosts, but for me, people have this taboo that ghost is like something scary, something evil, demonic. I don't see it that way. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because, for example, I've been to places and I don't get this creepies. Like the Walmart in Galveston, apparently it was where the original orphanage was at. And for the Hurricane 1900, the Hurricane 1900 blew away this orphanage, and that's where the Walmart is at now.
So that's what they had said about the Hotel Galvez when I looked it up.
I think it was like the only standing building left.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to the Walmart, and I went when it was like 24-hour Walmart, like 3 a.m, nothing ever happened to me. And people were saying, oh, you're going to hear footsteps. You're going to hear kids screaming. You're going to hear kids laughing. And I'm like, I don't hear anything. Maybe it's just not meant for me. I don't know. But that's why I don't get scared with ghosts. I'm like, in Spanish, they say, tener más miedo al vivo que al muerto. I'm like, to be more afraid of the living than the dead. And that's why I don't, But, okay, so then you had another one. We were talking about the Driscoll Hotel. And yes, this is our little itinerary. It's our talking points. So Driscoll Hotel. Tell me about the Driscoll Hotel, because we were talking about that before. I've never knew that it had 90?
It has over 90 ghosts that are attached to the place there. So it's a place that I've looked into. I've seen a lot of video footage of people going there to investigate, and it's pretty intense. I really want to go and check it out. I kind of want to if you take a ball or like a toy, there's a little girl, and she wanders around the hotel because she died there. And one of the stories about her is that she was pushed down the stairs.
So is she one of the strongest spirits you see? The strongest presence, or is she just one of the many?
She's the most reported presence.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So she's one of the most interactive presence there. So you'll hear her giggle. You'll hear her run down the hallways. If you bring her a toy and put it by the stairway, you'll see her interact with the toy. And the thing about that, though, is supposedly got pushed down the stairs. So I think that's kind of morbid that she still hangs out by it.
I think she's, some people, I don't know. I'm not a ghost expert. I'm not. What's his name? Zach. What's his name? Zach Griffin.
Gaff.
I
can't remember.
Ghost,
Start with a
what,
G.
demonologist or something like that. And I was like, what? Was it Ghost Hunters? Ghost
Well,
Travelers?
he actually owns one of the paranormal exhibits.
No, Matt Rife bought the
Yes. So Elton and
Annabelle.
Matt. Yeah, Elton and Matt bought the Annabelle house.
Yeah, I was gonna say Annabelle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
But the Conjuring house. Sorry, that's what.
the Conjuring house. I haven't seen the last movie. I haven't gone because I thought it was streaming and it's not streaming. It was in movie theaters, but then when I went, they were like, no, it's no longer showing. So I'm just like, where is it?
Probably, if you look for it, just Google it and it'll tell you where it's at.
Because I feel like the Conjuring, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping off the rail, but we're gonna go back and we're gonna focus.
No, we're fine.
No, the Conjuring. And I think I was telling Trainer Eric, I was like, the Conjuring kind of ticked me off after La Llorona. The way they did the movie La Llorona, I was like, come on,
I didn't
guys.
like the way they did that movie.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, even I know, like, someone coming from a rich Hispanic culture background, Chicano here, we know the stories of La Llorona and where she appears and stuff. And then when they did it, the movie scene, you're just like, this isn't it. This isn't, that she's like walking up to somebody's car in the 70s. No, she's not going to do that. She's going to come meet you like at the river and be like, dang.
Have you seen those videos where from Mexico and kind of close to like the mountain areas where you can hear, there's people videoing and they can hear a woman crying and it sounds so intense and so just the emotion behind that cry.
Well, no, what's been on my algorithm lately on TikTok? The Appalachian Mountains.
Oh,
Like
the whistle?
you're not supposed to whistle at night. You're supposed to close your curtains at night. And I don't know if it's what's the word I'm looking for? If they're sensationalizing it or if it's actually true. I've never been to the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, I've driven through Kentucky and Tennessee one time, but I had more of a situation where I was told I didn't belong there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, at a gas station in Kentucky. I was like we were driving up to New York and I went in to pay with my Bank of America debit card and I was like, hey, 20 on pump 5. And they were like, you're not welcome here. And I was like, what? And I was like, no, the card's good. It's my debit card. And they're like, no, you're just not. But the saddest thing is for me, it took me like 5 seconds to realize what they were saying.
Yeah.
The meaning behind it. Because I was like, oh, snap. You're telling me, let me just go pay outside. And I went to go pay outside because I was actually going to get some Cheetos and something to drink to stay awake because we were driving at like 4 a.m.
That happened to my dad in Viter.
Why did he stop at Viter? We know better than stopping at Viter.
He was on his way to Louisiana for a security job. He didn't know how Viter was, and he pulled over to get gas, and they quickly... Now, my dad is not, of African-American descent, but he is dark for a Latino man. So they very quickly... decided that he didn't belong there and let him know that he didn't belong there. And the guy pulled a gun on him and told him that if he didn't get out within the next 5 seconds, nobody would find him again.
But it's known that Viter is a sundown town.
Yeah.
And there's so many sundown towns in Texas you don't realize that still exist. But that's for another episode.
Yeah, they
that's
had a banner that said that.
Let me just say it.
Oops.
There's 4 people in this room, and the only one that is allowed to drive or stop at Viter will be our producer. But I'm not going to say his name, but he knows where he's at. He's watching us. No, okay, back. So which is the other one we're going to do? Oh, Goatman's Bridge. Okay, I've been wanting to go to Goatman's Bridge. I really have, just because they say he appears. It's like half a goat, half a man.
So, okay, there's been a lot of different stories about what he looks like.
And then you're going to tell me about the Ouija board, about what people are doing. Let's start off with that. Start off with how people are leaving stuff there.
Okay, so the Ouija boards are taken out there as a way to open a portal.
Okay.
And basically get the goat man to come out.
I've been trying to go for 5 years or 4 years since the pandemic.
2020, so
yeah,
about 5 years.
I've been wanting to go so bad, and everybody chickens out, but I chicken out too, so I ain't gonna lie.
So, well, I mean, I know they have that one. I think you went to the one where the bridge with the kids where they push you to save you on the railroad tracks.
No, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, okay.
I've actually went to Patterson Road here off of Bush Park. Mm-hmm. It's between Highway 6 and Dairy Ashford, I believe, and that one there. The reason I'm saying it's creepy was because I've gone with friends before and we've turned off the car and everything. And we're on the bridge and we don't hear anything. But in 2017, after Harvey, we heard some stuff. And what I'm trying to buy is that there was somebody in the woods trying to scare us. You know how some people just did, like, teenagers want to prank you? Mm-hmm. want to prank other teenagers because adults shouldn't be doing the same thing, but I'm immature at heart. So we pulled the car and we heard someone screaming, but it sounded like the screaming was far away, but it felt like it was right at our window.
Oh, wow.
And then we just drove off. We're like, no, it's time to go. Bye.
Wait, I want to say that, isn't that like the skinwalker sound or whatever? That like the further it sounds, the closer it is or something like that?
I don't know. I haven't really followed much of the skinwalkers.
They
They used to
creep
be on
me
my
out.
algorithm, but I don't see skinwalkers that much. But the other thing is, unfortunately, I live near Bush Park, and we've realized that there's a lot of coyotes. And coyotes make a really weird sound at night. And it sounds like dogs are getting like eaten up alive. And it's actually them just running around in herds, in packs. And you can hear them far away and you're like, what's that noise? And then my dogs start going crazy. And it's just the way they make that noise. Okay, but Goatman's Bridge, come on, give it to me.
Oh, so with
Give it to me so I can be ready.
Goatman's Bridge, it is in North Texas.
Correct.
It actually has a different name. The old Alton Bridge. I wanted to make sure I put that out there because a lot of people don't know that that's what it originally was called. And so Goatman's Bridge became the name after so many people had these weird experiences and sightings. So with the Ouija board, what they'll do is go out there and request his presence. And big thing, I know we were kind of touching on this earlier. If you choose to play with a Ouija board, please make sure you close it and say goodbye because we don't need more things coming out.
Someone please correct me. I did not know that part. I didn't know that part. And I've actually played with it when I was like a teenager in Laredo.
I am so terrified of them. So
Really?
Yes. I very much believe in the power that it can harness. And because of certain experiences that I've been through in my life, I know that when something does come through, you don't ever know if it's good or bad.
Because you said your mother-in-law visited you once. Right? Or because that was in one of the original recordings, wasn't it? The one that my recording to with my mom and then the lights started flickering. It was your mom, exactly. Oh, I thought it was your mother-in-law.
No,
your
my mother-in-law's alive.
I am so sorry. What's her
edit
name?
that. We'll edit that.
No. Just say, what's her name?
Beta.
Berta? Ay, Berta, perdón. No, I don't know. Es que me equivoqué. I got confused. No, you're right. It's your mom that came, and we were talking both of our moms. And then the original recording with the producer, Mike, the lights started flickering, the AC went off. We had to redo everything all over again for 30 minutes. But okay, keep going.
Yeah, that one was a trip.
Yeah, that one was a trip. It was actually a fun episode. That should have been our Halloween episode, but that was in November.
Well, I think we broke the equipment that day.
Sorry, producer Mike. He's back there like, thanks, you guys owe me.
I know, right? We brought in bad spirits. But yeah, so I very much believe in that stuff because, like you said, I've had my own experiences. We have that one on film. One day we'll add that so that y'all can see it too. But basically, it's just like a whole lot of energy that can come through. And the bad part about those things, whenever you're talking to spirits or ghosts or however you want to interpret them, a lot of the times an innocent, childlike spirit is actually a mask for something a lot worse.
True? Okay, I'm like, let me get some confirmation here because I don't, okay.
So I'm very much into the paranormal and ghost side of things. And it's just like I've started becoming more in touch with that spiritual side because I feel like something's calling me and drawing me from that side. And so I've just kind of been studying more about it because before I really go in and enter this stuff, I want to make sure that I'm well protected, that I have my white light to protect me and all of the salt rituals. Like I have to learn about all that first. Because I'm not just going to go head first and be like, oh, let's play with a Ouija board and call upon Satan,
No, is it Satan you're calling upon?
Well, he's a demon of, because, as far as when it comes down to all of that particular demonology and things like that, there's like the major demons and then there's the minor demons and then just like regular plain demons that play around. So, there's tiers. And so Goatman ranks like kind of at the bottom. Okay. But he technically is one of the demons, part of the demon world, and blah, blah,
the
blah.
Goatman.
Yeah.
Wait, because what is the story behind it? What's the history? Because I thought it was a man that was a slave that was mistreated, and then he came back.
So that's one version of the story.
Okay, so tell me the story.
So the version as far as like the demonology portion, from what I've learned about, is basically he was a tortured soul that chose to come back for vengeance. And so when they reference that you see glowing red eyes at night, that's the Goatman staring at you. And so there's been multiple reports of people. There's a specific tree that if you go and look and stand by this tree and look through it, that it's an open portal and you can see his eyes. And if he makes eye contact with you, he has become attached to you.
He doesn't want to get attached to me. I'm already mentally messed up as it is. I mean, if I got any more spirits in here, they're gonna be like, no, they're gonna be like, no vacancy for real.
So,
But I've been wanting to go because I've heard of that. No, I've heard he would appear on the bridge.
so there is a where people have seen like shadow figures, and what they describe of this demon is basically half goat, half man. And he's about anywhere from 7 feet tall to 10 feet tall. There's been some descriptions of him being even 12 feet tall.
I mean, I'm gonna get canceled, but this is gonna be the funny part. You know, there's gonna be one gay guy going, "Oh, you're a little tall, hey," you know, and they're gonna be like, "Holla!" No, I'm kidding. Okay, let me see which one's the next one. We have the. No, you did Hotel Galvez.
So we did
Driscoll?
touch on the Driscoll a little bit, but I did want to let everybody know that I did leave this part out because I was just checking our little notes here. The elevators are a big thing.
Really? And it's the one in Austin, right? Is it like in Central Austin, downtown Austin, or where is it?
So I'm not quite familiar with Austin as far as like where it's at, but I think it's kind of like more on the outskirts. But it used to be owned by, oh my gosh, I can't remember his correct name, but he was referenced as by another, a couple of other investigators. He's been notated as Daddy Driscoll because he had a lot of money and he had women. He was a philanthropist, and you know how they like to share their money and share their wealth.
How?
So
Do tell.
So that was one of the stories, as far as he had a mistress.
Okay.
And so that was part of the whole thing with the child getting pushed down the stairs. And yeah, it was like a whole big thing.
I think I've heard the story. Wasn't it that she's the daughter, the product of the affair, and that's why he was trying to get rid of her?
So that's one version of it.
Okay.
And so that's the one that I've kind of followed up on. And the whole story was that the wife was so upset that in seeing the product of the affair, that this child, she threw a ball to get the child to look and pushed her. And so now the little child is forever stuck with the hotel.
Is she stuck because she doesn't know where she's at? She thinks she's still alive? Because that's how I see it. Because remember the movie The Others with Nicole Kidman, where how they thought they were alive, but it's actually people that the ghosts for them were people that were alive and coming to look at the home.
Well, some people believe that it's a ghost doesn't pass over until they're ready to pass over. And so a lot of people believe that she has become like content with being at the hotel because of all the different visitors. And since she's a child spirit, she always has somebody new to play with.
But she's not evil.
No.
It's just she's playful.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's a very gentle, docile. And there have been people that have said that when the Driscoll ghost comes out, he's a little bit on the meaner side. And he doesn't like for people to know the stories of what happened. And because the Driscoll Hotel actually housed various meetings, like important meetings. And one of the things that they were talking about, if I remember correctly, is in one of the meeting rooms, there's a bunch of mirrors. And so these powerful people were meeting in this room, and they say that the mirrors facing each other was providing more energy for them to do what they wanted to do. And I don't know how true that was or not. Like I said, this is all speculation and allegedly because I'm still reading up on it before I go. But
No, girl, go. See it for yourself. See what happens.
so I do want to go because I want to take a little ball.
I do say don't take your kids, though.
No. It would just be me, probably my nephew. And then, of course, if you want to come along.
Oh, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
So-
No, wait. Let me rephrase that. I'm going. I will be attending with you.
I think it would be interesting to record because I want to take those little devices like the EVP, the Alice box, the take a ball for her to play with, see what type of interactions that you can get. Because a lot of the Alice box investigations that I've seen, she's very interactive with those. So she'll come and talk to you and tell you hello. She'll come and tell you her name. That's how they found out her name.
Can I ask you something? Because you're more into this than I am. And it's not that I'm not against or anything. It's just like I say, I try to give the benefit of the doubt. I'll be like, oh, it's just old wiring. Or I'll be like, oh, it's just because it's cold outside. Or I'm anemic. That's why I feel that sudden cold air go through me. But those apps that you have on your phone that say download Ghost, do you think that's real?
So I don't think that the ones on your cell phones probably work as good as the actual devices.
Okay.
Like I know there's one that like records you while you sleep.
For what?
My nephew has that device. So it records you while you sleep to see how much you move around. Like it goes
Okay,
with
yeah.
the either the
The
watch or that ring.
No, there's
I
a
don't
ring
know.
and a watch. Yes, correct.
So
The
like it
Apple
tells you
Watch.
like how many times you move around and if you're saying anything in your sleep, if you're snoring, passing gas. But those have been noted to record spiritual voices.
See, that's okay.
So I don't know if that's true or not though.
Have you heard voices? I mean, besides the whispers at the Hotel Galvez, what have you seen? Because you told me at your house it has a lot of energy.
So my house, I have taken an initiative to do a cleansing at least once every couple months. I do the cinnamon in my door on the 1st. So
I did it today. I didn't tell him, but I did it myself because I remember you told me to do it. And I went, well, it's supposed to be the entryway where you mostly use. So I used it from like the garage into the house. And I blew it in. I left it there. I never sweeped it up.
no, you don't.
You don't
leave
sweep
it
it
there.
up? Okay, because there was one lady on Facebook. She's like, you have to sweep it after 24 hours. And my ADHD, I was like, damn.
So I was told to think of it like the movie Encanto. You remember how the little girl touched the candle and then she wiped it off? And
I've
so
never
when
seen it.
Oh, okay. So that's the legend as to why she didn't get a gift was because she wiped it off on her pants.
Okay, because I was going to say I'm more of a Coco guy.
Oh, I
And
love Coco.
no, I'm setting up my Dia de los Muertos altar. Have you heard of that, producer Mike? Okay, yeah, I'm setting it up. I have it up. This time I'm making it bigger because I think when you and I were talking, you know, this is our friendship because we've known each other for long. We've known each other long enough. I told you I had 5 people die in July. 5 people that are close to me, like my aunt, sister-in-law, friend, and I was just like, wow. And so this year I'm like, I have to make the altar bigger. And I just had somebody die about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Just died of a massive heart attack, and it's heartbreaking. So I'm getting those pictures ready, and I gotta, I don't know. And then I personally feel like I have to sage it before I put it up, just because you never know what's attached to that.
So I know with ours we do I let mine go until the candles run out.
Correct.
There are some people that put them out on the certain specific day, but I let them run out. But after they run out, I always tell everybody, thank you for coming. If you have good intentions, you may stay. Anybody with ill intentions, please leave. And then I'll sage the house.
That's so funny you're saying that because Psychic Julie has told me, hi Julie. Psychic Julie has told me, she's like, she goes, speak to them when you have their pictures up in the altar, to speak to them. And I was like, okay. I'm like, why don't I want to speak to my mom and dad? Like, I'm like, they know what's up. Like, they gave birth to me. Like,
Well, think of it like Coco Coco. Like, you know how the family gathered wherever the picture was? So, like...
Except Ernesto La Cruz.
Well, that's a different story.
That's a different story for another episode, yeah.
But you have to think of them being there in spirit. And so when you're speaking to them, like, of course, for me, it's a very hard thing for me to have a picture of my mom up. But for my son, we put a picture of my mom up. My grandmother was the one that had more of a hand in raising me. And so I, of course, have her picture up. And then we have other pictures as well. My husband's father that passed, we have a big picture for him.
That's why I have it confused, because I'm thinking of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's actually, so that was the whole thing of to why we thought it was my mom that knocked the phone down.
You think it was your dad? I mean, his dad?
So no, so when I was talking to certain people about this that are kind of spiritual, they were saying, well, do you think that maybe it was your mom because of jealousy? Because I was more upset when my father-in-law passed away than when my mom passed away. Like, I cried a lot when my father-in-law passed away.
And I remember both of them. Yeah.
And so, but like, when my mom passed away, I was like,
okay.
Everybody kept saying, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
But I will say this to you, and I know we're talking about Halloween. We're going to get back to Halloween, but I will say this to you. When someone passes away that's very close to you, that really hurts you to the core, where it really gets you to the core, it moves you, where you're just like, this is it. This is the end. And you realize that person's not coming back. And I just had this discussion with 3 other people recently. I used to tell my best friend who died on me. Yeah, I'm going to say she died on me because she was my best friend. She shouldn't have left me, but I know she's doing other things, taking care of her son in a higher power. I say death. Once that one big death hits you, no other death matters, no matter who it is, regardless. Like when I lost my parents, I just didn't care who else was going to die. And then I had told that to my best friend because, I had told her. And the funny thing is, she said, I remember this was when she was alive. I told her, I said, once your mom and dad die, nothing else matters. Like another death doesn't phase you. Then her dad passed away, and it hurt her hard. And she was like, I think I know what you're talking about. Years later, her mom passed away. And then like 2 years later after that, somebody else close to her passed away. And she's like, I'm just, And I was like, yeah, because you're just like, okay, you realize, and I worked in the ER. And I know that death is just a part of a life cycle.
Yeah.
It's for some people it's long, for some people it's short, for some people it's average. But it could be that too. I'm not trying to minimize what you're saying, because I know the backstory of your mom. But I'm just saying, maybe you just, because like you said, your father-in-law was so painful for you. And it was what, like 2 years before?
So it was 21 when he passed away.
Yeah, and then your mom passed away.
My mom passed away before him.
Oh,
so
snap.
The death that hurt me, like a mom's death, was my grandma. When she passed away, like you said, deaths after that kind of didn't.
Just like,
Now, I will say that when my friend passed away, that did get me, because I was a junior, he was a senior. Mm-hmm. You don't expect that in high school. That hits you hard. And so, like, after that, it really stuck with me that, like, no matter when you're parting ways with somebody, always make sure your last words are something that you want them, that you don't live with regret, like, oh, I should have said X, Y, and Z. Because if I could go back in time and tell him something instead of what I told him, granted, what I told him, it was just, I'll see you soon. Like, and I told him, I was like, and I won't forget your fish. So I had bought him a little Darwin fish for his car. Mm-hmm. And like, if I could have gone back and like had one last hug, one last anything, that's what stuck with me, because I wish I could have told him, don't do this, because this is what's going to happen, to save him, or like go tell his sister, keep an eye on your brother and roll him over. Because unfortunately he passed away. He had a seizure, landed face down on a stuffed animal, and nobody was there to roll him over, so he suffocated.
No, I know. My best friend, and I can't get too much disclosed because she has a son who's still around, and I don't want him to ever run across this and then be like, what are you saying? But hers was unexpected, and I will say this in her memory to her son, your mom chose to have a experimental surgery, because there's something she told me, and I told you this recently when we were talking. Maria said, Eric, I said my name, because my name is the one crispy bacon. No, she said, no one's going to take care of my son like I would take care of my son.
No, that's true.
And I remember telling you that because you were telling me some things, and I was like, remember, you have to moms have to take care of themselves, because no one's going to take care of their kids. Not all moms. I can't, say every mom, but when Maria said that, I was like, damn. Because everybody was against it. They're like, don't do the experimental surgery. And she's like, I got to do it because no one's going to take care of my son like I'm going to take care of my son. I was like, all right, you know what? And I gave her the 100% support. And our last words were, because I was actually, when things went sour, I was in the hospital. She was in the hospital too for the surgery. And we called each other, and we were talking from different hospital rooms. And it was the day before her surgery, and she was like, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, fool. And then she was like, all right, talk to you later. And then, But I'm not going to, you know what? That's hurtful too. So let's not talk about that. All right, next thing, Halloween, Hocus Pocus. Love the movie.
Love it. Bette Midler. Carrie from Sex and the City. Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
It's Sex and the City, SATC, which is don't even go into and just like that. No, and just like that. And it got canceled, and we're just never speaking of that show. It never existed. It's going to go away soon. Thank you, HBO Max, for just cutting it off, because it was just not worth it. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay, so what other spooky things you've seen? Because unfortunately, I was going to talk about one with you, but I spoke it in the previous episode, because I'm releasing Julie's episode. I did one with Julie recently. And it's so funny, but I'm just going to minimize it so small. When it was McIntyre's in downtown Houston, was a spaghetti warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd seen a shadow, and I'm just thinking, well, maybe it was just me because I had too much to eat that day, and I had like the itis, and I saw the shadow in the mirror, but she explains it. So it'll be on that episode. But this is a Halloween episode. That's why I'm bringing it up. I've always wanted to go somewhere and get spooked the hell out, and I can get spooked the hell out. Now, I ain't going to lie. I went to one that's in Huntsville. It's called the Martha's, I think is it Martha Huffman? It's a cemetery. We were going at night, but the reason I was freaking out was because my car is a low-lying car, and it's like a little small not sports car, it's like a little small hatchback. And when you're driving down that road, there's a lot of rocks. And I was like, I don't want to do this because what if we mess up the tire? How are we going to call a tow truck? Because you don't get no signal if you're going. If you don't get any signal if you're going to the cemetery at that point. You lose signal on the phone. And I told myself, I'm like, no, that's why I freaked out. And then we went during the daytime. It was more. I'll be honest, that cemetery, even though it's hidden and everything, it's like only like 50 grave sites. It was calm and relaxing. And people say it's weird, but every time I'm in a cemetery, I find it calming and relaxing. And I don't know if it's because people are resting in peace or they're supposed to be resting in peace. But for me, cemeteries, and I, you know how some people are like, don't go to the cemetery. You're going to bring something with you. I never feel that. I never feel like I'm bringing something with me.
I remember being told as a little kid you had to hold your breath when you were going by the cemetery.
Why?
I don't know. It was something that I remember somebody told us that as like, oh, we're coming up to cemetery. Hold your breath. And I'm like, why? And I never questioned. I just did it. And I'm like, why did we do that? Like I was, as you're telling me this little memory pops up and I'm like, why did I do that? But I mean, it's like when they tell you put the glass of water under your bed to prevent nightmares. I found out that's a belief for, well, I don't know if it's just Cubans, but we had Cuban friends of ours. And so like when I was being taken care of over there, she put...
Where?
At their house. So like,
I thought in Cuba. I was like, wait, I'm like, how did you get that passport? I'm like, we can't go.
No, they lived here in Texas, and they were friends of our family. And so the lady was taking care of me because I played with her daughter, and she would come every night and put a glass of water, and I didn't understand why. And so I finally asked why, and she's like, oh, that's to prevent you from having nightmares.
Have you heard that before? That's true?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had never heard of that, but that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of things that I learn about.
So I'll tell you this. So my grandfather and grandmother on my dad's side died when I was much younger. And so every time I would pass by a cemetery, I would wave at it. Mm-hmm. And it's just any cemetery. Even if we were like in Houston, Galveston, I would wave and be like, hi. Because as a kid, I was like saying hi to my grandma, my grandpa. And then people were like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, why? I'm like, and now that as an adult, I'm always like, hello, I'm in your space. I'm visiting, but that's it. I don't. Yeah,
but you have that respect for them, so that's why you don't feel any anxiety or any tension because you have that respect. So that goes back to the whole thing with that Goat Man's Bridge is like you have to come with respect out there. If you go out there taunting him, you're going to end up leaving with scratches and like your devices will be drained.
I'll be honest with you, I do want to go somewhere and get spooked out. I really do. I just want to, at least before I die, I want to get spooked out, and I don't get spooked out. Like where are we at?
My thing is when I get spooked, I fight. So that's the problem.
Yeah, no, I'll start swinging. I'll start throwing punches. I'll be like, what the hell? Because what happened? Someone tried to scare me one time, and then I threw a punch and I hit somebody. Oh, it was in Mexico. My cousins were picking on me, and then my aunt was coming from another, like the curtain. They use curtains as doors. Mm-hmm. You know, someone's at rancho. Yeah. And so there was a curtain, and my aunt was behind it, and I didn't know. And then I thought it was my cousin because he had done it before. So I turned around, I just started punching. And it was my tia. I hit her. And I felt so bad afterwards.
My husband thought it was a good idea to try to spook me. So he hid in our daughter's room. I had just given her a bath. She's walking into her room. And you have to kind of come around to get into her room and onto her bed. So he's hiding on this part, which is a blind spot for me. I don't know he's there. And literally... I have her clothes in my hand and something else in my hand. And he's like, hey, babe. And I went, and I stopped literally maybe this far from his face. And he knew I meant business because I used my left hand. So he was like, oh, I really scared. Like, he's laughing his butt off. But, like, after the fact, he's like, oh, I really scared you. I was about to get hurt because he knows that my left hand is my strong hand.
¿Qué te pasa, Anthony? I'm going to call him Anthony because I can't call him by his real name.
And so, like, I kind of laughed because I was like, I can laugh at it now, but in the moment, he was like, well, at least I know you're going to be okay if somebody ever tries to grab you. But that goes back to the stupid dream that I had when I first bought the house. Remember? Mm-hmm. I told you about the dark shadow that grabbed me. Mm-hmm. So that's why after that, I always cleanse the house. So like, to catch everybody up, basically I had bought my house in 2018 and it was the first week or two that I was there.
It was the first month, I can tell you that much, because
Yeah.
you had the housewarming, and then afterward you had the dream.
Yeah. So literally,
It was in October too, wasn't it?
October
Yeah.
22nd.
Yeah.
So we had, because I had the Halloween party, housewarming, and all that. But yeah, so like I had this dream that I was walking through my house and this big shadow figure, no face, nothing, just complete shadow, grabs me, puts their hand around my mouth, and I couldn't even scream. And so when I woke up in real life, I'm sitting straight up in my bed and screaming with my mouth shut. And it scared my husband. He got out of bed and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then immediately I go and light a candle and I'm like going through the house, checking on the kids, making sure everything's going good. And because at that time, my nephew was staying with us. And so I checked on him. And now everybody jokes that my house, the red room, is the spirit room. We never painted that room. It's like this maroon red, almost like
Yeah, I've seen
Aggie
it,
burgundy.
yeah.
So like,
But it adds character to the house. That one bedroom adds character because you walk in and it feels, I don't know, it feels warm because of maroon maybe. I don't know.
It's a different feel in that
Someone's
room.
gonna comment on YouTube saying I'm like a Satanist or something because I'm like always, but no.
So basically, my nephew is waiting to see like if he ever experiences something. Now, my niece and my other nephew, which are his siblings, have said that they felt something in that room.
Okay.
We used to have a punching bag in there, and so my younger nephew, was saying that the bag started swinging on its own. That's a 75-pound bag. It doesn't just swing by itself.
Correct. Yeah, I'd be like, no, unless the AC unit's on and is blowing in the vent, but I don't know, that's impossible.
I'm like, that's 70 plus pounds. But so he says that happened, and like other people have experienced different things. But I mean, like you said, the phone, that was the biggest one. At least I have that one on video.
You do, because you had it on the security cameras. No, the only time that I saw a shadow that was dangerous, that scared the crap out of me, was with cousin Anne Marie. You know Anne Marie. But I'll have her on that if I ever get on the podcast. If I ever get more than 5 subscribers on the podcast, I'll have her on, and we can talk about that because that was something really creepy. No, but I had an apartment where a gentleman had died of a heart failure. No, he had heart surgery and he died of complications of the surgery. He was a tall guy. He was like a trucker. The reason I know this because the neighbors told me. They told me afterwards. So me and Alex, we were in MBA school, and we were studying, and she came over and she was sitting on the couch and I was on the floor and we were reading our books. And the dining room, because it's like those 1980s vintage apartments, and so it had the whole wall-to-wall mirror in the dining room. And I think you were at work. I think you were preparing that time. And all of a sudden, we just saw the shadow come from the kitchen, and all the lights were off. But you know, when it's daytime, you have all the windows open. It's all like it lights up the room. And we just saw a shadow come, and the shadow literally was like not on the mirror, but you would see the shadow. And it was just walking, and it went to the bedroom where he passed away. So me and Alex were just looking at each other. We saw it because it was pretty, it was pretty intense for both of us to be, take our eyes away from our textbook. And I remember we were looking at it, and then we looked at each other, and we were like, "Did you see that?" Alex was like, "Yeah, I saw that." And I was like, "Okay." And we just kept doing our homework, and it never bothered us. But then we had these twin sisters that were upstairs that lived together. And one of them was like, "Oh, yeah, so-and-so died up there. He was a truck driver, but he had heart failure. He had surgery. He died a week after the surgery. And his girlfriend never came. I think the girlfriend discovered him passed away in the bed."
Gosh.
And I was like, "I'm sleeping in that bedroom. Thanks a lot, ladies. Why don't you tell me something?" But no, I just saged it. I've never had somebody do harm to me as a spirit. Only that one's a good one, but that's more of brujeria thing. So I won't talk about that. But then
Well, we are talking about the.
We are, but no, but then you know what? Then I'm gonna bring it up. Do you mind saying the name of the doctor? What's his name? Jose Gregorio Hernandez. He's a ghost. He was a Venezuelan doctor that died because at the time, it was like in the 1900s, right? The beginning of the 1900s, when they were like, cars were just being involved, and he was run over. And now they're saying in TikTok, this is the funny thing is that when I got real sick in 2019, his cousin had said, "Pray to this doctor." And I was like, I'm not Catholic, but I follow that, some people are into sainthood, some people aren't into sainthood. And then I was like, okay, I'll just, plead, please heal me, because I was going through some stuff. And now they're saying he's coming back, but now he's like in Mexico. And he's appearing like in cardiac wards because he was like one of these famous doctors that wrote like a book in cardiology, was helping like create all these stents and how it's saving people's lives and stuff. But yeah, and yeah, the algorithm showing him on my TikTok. And the funny thing is, so this happened in 2019, so I just completely forgot who he was. And then just recently I was like, hey, I'm like, Omar, is this Jose Gregorio Hernandez, the guy the doctor that your cousin told me to pray about? And he was like, yeah, that's him. And I'm like, wow, he's like showing up on my algorithm. I'll send you some reels.
Yeah.
But they have him like in his shadow, like with the top hat and everything. And he's standing like a shadow standing by like a quirófano, a cardiac operating room. So yeah, you should see that. But
so basically his work's not done.
Is that what you think? You think that's what it is?
Yeah. He's still, what do they call that? Where they're not ready to pass because their work's not complete.
Okay, so let's focus on the scary stories because of Halloween. Did you ever follow the one about the Memorial Herman? Not the Memorial Herman, the Herman Park. Not Herman Park.
Like
I am so sorry. No,
Bayou Killers?
Oh no, that's just real. And okay, HPD is saying it's not. They're not all. What's it?
Serial killer?
No, it's not all together combined to a serial killer. I'm like, okay, sure, Jan. I'm like, no, come on. These people are dying at the Buffalo Bayou.
I fall asleep watching true crime. It has serial killer written all over it.
I mean, I've seen so many documentaries and I've listened to so many podcasts about murders and crimes and homicides. I'm like, this is a murder. It's a murder. He's just catching. And I think would suck is if this murder is getting the homeless population, the people that are more vulnerable, like the people that are doing drugs.
The people that nobody's looking for.
Exactly. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, but they're never going to take it into heart. But no, I was talking about the Memorial Park where they said that there was like a killer in the 70s. Because apparently, I don't know this. Someone on the YouTube, somebody on the TikTok. I say like I'm an old person. Somebody on YouTube or TikTok, please comment and let me know. But apparently in the 70s, they would always have, it was a dumping ground, Memorial Park. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Allegedly, it's it was a dumping ground in the 70s. So the funny thing is when I used to go for walks, there's one area that smells like a cigarette smell. And the thing is, nobody smokes a cigarette at the park because it's like, I think it's smoke free, but also the area that I'm talking about, it's a trail where people go running all the time. So I can't imagine somebody, lighting up a marble while I'm going for my 3-mile jog, And I don't know why it's never gone away. It's happened. I've taken people and they smell it and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you think you'd smell trees, like some kind of eucalyptus or something? No. Am I saying that right? Eucalyptus or eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus.
Yeah. I always say it wrong. But yeah, that's one of those things I'm like, okay. And then again, I'm like, well, maybe there's like a tobacco plant over here somewhere, and it's just
you're trying to find a reason.
We're a drought, and it's it's catching on fire. I don't know. I'm just like, that's just how I think. So, but what other scary stories do you have?
Well, okay, since it is Halloween, okay, do you know the whole thing about why people started checking the candy for drugs and stuff like that?
In the 80s, yes, because I lived it. The
Candyman.
Oh no, not there, because he was in the 60s or 70s. But I know in the 80s they started doing it with our candy, and I used to get mad. My mom would be like, "You can't have that," and I would be like, "Then why are you eating it? Why are you eating my Reese's Pieces? Why are you eating my Snickers?" And she'd be like, "You can't have this. You can't have this."
And now that we're older, we're like, where's all the drugs that they promised us in this candy?
Man, I'm like, for real. Like, you think I'm going to give your kid my edibles? Hell no. You know how much I had to get? What I had to go through for get these edibles? Like, I had to fly these through Southwest. Like, no Spirit coming back from Bush Airport. Now I'm going to be tracked. TSA. Somebody from the TSA is going to be watching me, but there's a government shutdown. So remember what they did to you. I'm not hurting you. I'm bringing over the edibles. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's a disaster because I remember that much. And then it was because of the Candyman, the guy that used to. Are you talking about the one that the dad? He was a pharmacist.
The one that he filled the pixie sticks.
The pixie sticks with he was a pharmacist or something like that, right?
I don't remember what his job was, but I know that he gave out the extra large pixie sticks.
And it was in Pasadena, wasn't it? Yeah.
And so because of that, people started saying that, oh, you got to check the kids' candy But I'm like, if it was a pixie stick, why are you taking my chocolate? Like,
real quick, what about the Texas killing fields? Have you heard of that?
I've heard about it, but I just don't know enough about it.
Apparently he's never been caught, and it's a male. They say it's a male. There's actually a Netflix documentary about it.
Oh, the Ed Gein thing?
Is it Ed Gein, the guy that apparently he killed all these girls and then like dumped their bodies like from Houston to Galveston on 45 South on the left side?
I feel like I've heard about this story, but I don't know the name of the serial killer.
It's a funny story. Yeah, I don't know because they've never
So
caught him. They've
the
never
Ed
caught him.
Gein guy is the one that inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay, no, this guy, they've never been able to trace who it is. So they don't even have a
Oh,
name.
so it's a cold case still.
It's a cold case, yes. It's a
Oh,
cold
let's figure
case.
this one
Yeah,
out.
it's in Netflix. It's a documentary. I'll even tell you this. One time our car broke down, not my car, my friend's car. And I was walking at 2 a.m. and we were both walking together like down the strip before.
I feel like you have a lot of 2 a.m. walks.
Yeah, it's not the safest thing, but I used to do, and he used to get mad at me because when we were dating, I would call him and he's like, no, because he would work the late night shift at the newspaper, and he would be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going for a walk. He's like, it's 1 a.m. I'm like, yeah, but why do I do late night walks when I was a lot heavier? I'm like, because less people are out and they're not gonna make fun of me.
So I'm a big girl, and this is what I say. Try to pick me up and see if I'm going to let you.
Oh no, if somebody would have come up to me, I'm swinging. But I'm just saying, no, I'm more worried about the people who are going to make fun of me walking or trying to jog than a serial killer. Serial killer probably looks at me and goes, no, his life is already done. It's over with. He's walking to the next person.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, if somebody wants to look me over and like give me their opinion on what I look like, be ready for me to hurt your feelings because I protect my peace. And like, I have so much built up that like one day somebody's just going to get it.
Oh, I know, but let's focus on Halloween because we can talk about that for like a whole 5 hours. Actually, that could be a whole mini series for real. Because I know what you're saying. I don't care what people think about me, but now, anyways, let's focus back. Let's jump back on the train.
So let's go back to this whole Halloween candy thing.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, Reese's Pieces, the miniature buttercups.
So you're gonna make fun of me because mine is like old people candy.
What is it?
So I like the little candy apple. It's that green and caramel.
Oh no, I like
sucker.
it. Oh, they have them at Dollar General.
Yeah. So everybody always tells me, "Oh, this is old people candy." I was like, "I don't care. I like this candy."
Okay, I'm the guy that buys all the candy corn bags.
I buy candy corn
and I eat the candy corn. Like I'm not sharing it with any kids.
So candy corn is either you love it or hate it.
I love candy corn.
I love candy corn.
I like to like bite it between colors.
Okay, so then I'm not the weirdo then. No. They were making fun of me about that.
No, I bit off the little white tip and then I bit off the orange and then I eat the
yellow.
No, the yellow and then I eat the orange last. And then I do that one and then what's the other one that's like it's a butter, it's a peanut, it's like a brittle. It's white but the wrapping it has like it's like black and white stripes.
Oh, it's like a peanut butter flavor.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite.
I think it's made by was it Brock's?
Brock's, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I don't know what it's called.
I know they call it old people candy, but those are my favorite. And then the strawberries that come wrapped separately.
Oh, the bonbons.
That look like,
love
is
them.
that what they're called?
That's what I was told, that they're called bonbons.
And then they have the wrap like a strawberry, and it's a hard candy.
I love those.
Man, those hit hard, especially.
It was because our generation had to go through a struggle. We had to you took whatever kind of bag you could find, pillowcase, whatever it may be. You make your costume. If you couldn't go get one from Walmart. And then on top of that, and that was when Walmart had the good snack bar. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll go way back.
No, and another thing is I don't have a problem. People always complain about trick-or-treaters, especially if they're like 18. I don't give a damn. If you're 18, you can show up in my house. You can show up in my house drunk, 21. I'll be like, here you go, take a Snickers. Actually, one year, it was 2020, the year of the pandemic. We were passing out candy into adults. Anybody that was over 21 or parents of kids, we were giving them little bottles of liquor.
A lot of people were doing was it trunk or treat or something like that? And they were giving out bottles and stuff like that?
No, I was doing it at my house. You showed up and you were a parent, you had a kid. I was like, here's a little bottle of tequila. Here's a bottle. Because I bought the little bucket of the 99 bottles of vodka. Mm-hmm. No, it was like assorted alcohol, but it's like 99, the brand.
Yeah, like 99 bananas, 99
Correct,
cherry.
yeah.
I love that.
So you get the bucket. And then I was just passing them out. Like as the parents standing to the side, the kids coming up to grab the candy. But it was 2020, so I have a reacher. Those are those things you know.
Yeah, I
for
know,
people.
the little
Yeah, I would grab it and be like, here you go. Because he was giving it to the kids with the reacher. I was giving out the bottles to the adults because I was like, nah, don't get close. 6 feet apart, y'all. I wish we could still live off of that 6 feet apart distance.
Do you still dress up?
Me? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think about, what was it? Last year was that a piñata? Yeah, I was a piñata last year. I was dressed up. I had what's it called? The ruffles and everything. I looked like a piñata. And every time I would give somebody the stick, I'm like, don't hit me hard. They'd hit me, and then I just throw candy out of my pocket.
So we've had it a little bit challenging with Maya with the whole trick-or-treating thing.
Why?
She's not really into the whole like seeing people in costumes and all that.
Does it overwhelm her or upset her?
So she'll get excited part of the way, but then it's like it overstimulates her and she's just done. Like she doesn't want to deal with people and it's kind of funny because when you see like somebody run into her, she immediately gets agitated and she wants blood. Like she's like,
she about to be like her mama and do the fight.
So I have only allegedly fought people in parking lots. There's no proof.
So she's like her mama. Okay, she's like her mom. She's like her mom.
So, but because some little kid like ran into her and she had her bag of candy, and I mean she turned around so fast and she had her little hand like balled up like she was ready to go to town.
I love it.
I was like, child, you need to.
So what are you gonna
down.
do this Friday because Halloween falls on Friday this year?
So I think probably for us, what we're going to do is stay home, give out candy, probably let my son have a few friends over so they can have a little Halloween party. And then Maya still gets to do like a trick or treat because some of the houses around us, it's like enough for her to walk around and then walk home and be content.
I know. I'm still debating because we usually pass out candy because I think last year was on a Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't remember.
I remember it was in the middle of the week. So we did the parties before, the Saturday before, and then we did the pass out the candy. And I'm more of a Halloween fun person. Like I do the Day de los Muertos altar. I decorate the house. Actually, he already has the decorations out. And we're going to do the Dia de los Muertos tomorrow. And then I like to get the candy ready for the kids. And I don't know. What I do miss, I'll be honest, and I've been seeing it on Facebook a lot, those like AI videos, those reels, is I miss when you can sit down and watch like Halloween. It's great, The Great Pumpkin Patch, Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Those Halloween episodes.
Those feel-good movies.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, because you're like, yeah, it's Halloween. And then I love The Simpsons. I hope they have a Halloween episode this year. I like watching the Halloween episodes.
The Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah.
I grew up with
those are
that.
fun.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm going to watch Hocus Pocus. Oh, yeah. When are they going to bring out Hocus Pocus 2? Because they were filming it, but then nothing ever been said, right?
I don't know.
I really love your shirt.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, once it's Halloween, once it's the month of October, I get to keep my Jack Skellington out all the way through the end of Christmas. Like November, I'm like, okay, he's still gonna be out. I don't care.
Have a Halloween tree.
And so, we have. Yeah.
No, but keep it up for Christmas.
Oh no, we put it up for Christmas. So like we had like little black ornaments and white, and we put some silver tinsel, and it looked really cute.
Okay, Sonja, we're running out of time. Give me one more ghost story, and then we're going to go to the 2 favorite places you like to eat lately.
So one more ghost story would be at my grandmother's house on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
All the adults went out, left the kids with grandma. Mm-hmm. So it was me and I'll say about 8 to 10 of my cousins.
Okay, so you were one of the kids. Okay,
yeah, I was one of them. I got left behind. We didn't get to party. So it's all right. The night, she's doing the thing, making the buñuelos and everything like that. She has, good. It's the traditional New Year's Eve.
Yeah, buñuelos, yeah.
So she had already fed us the black eyed peas and gave us all the other things that we had, the grapes and all the stuff that you got to eat. Uh-huh. We're waiting on this, and then all of a sudden the candles, the lights went out, and it was because somebody was popping fireworks and hit the transformer. Oh. So that we knew what happened there. What happened afterwards is what was scary.
What happened?
So she lit candles because the house is dark. Now, my grandmother's house came from Galveston. I'm going to preface the story with that.
How did it? Okay.
So way back in the day, they bought the house. It was loaded on a truck and then brought down.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was when they were moving houses from Galveston down towards like Rocheron area. Mm-hmm. So our house was already old, and then it was old with that. So little did we know this house came with extra guests, and the candles started blowing out and then turning back on. And I'm like, oh, they did because they blew out real fast. Like, I'm thinking relighting candles, like whatever. She has these little monitos, like right there on the top. They're like little angels.
Like on a shelf, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they face separate ways. So one faces this way, the other faces this way. Okay. Tell me why these things went this way and faced each other. Mm. And we're all panicking because at the time, I'm thinking I'm like 8 or 9. I don't remember exactly. But I vividly remember these little dolls faced this way. And they're those creepy ceramic dolls. Mm-hmm. And then the candles started going really, really short, like melting really fast.
Oh, heck no.
And then they went out completely.
Did y'all scream?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of kids screaming. My grandma couldn't figure out, like, what to do first, like take care of the kids or figure out what's going on. She's lighting up sage. Like, she's trying to, like, she sends us all outside, and then she's casting demons out or whatever in her, spiritual ritual. And I was like, okay, that was the best New Year's ever.
You're like, happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo.
I know, right?
All right. 2 favorite places to go eat lately.
Lately, Hot Pot has been my favorite.
I haven't been.
So
Where's it at?
it's the place. It's a Hot Pot and Korean barbecue. So it's actually called K-Pot. Sorry.
Okay.
It's over there in Webster. Love it. It's pretty affordable for all the food that you get. It's unlimited for I think it's like 2 hours that you can be there. It's a good place. So like if you're just trying to kind of hang out with friends, it's a good place. You can like put the meat on the grill. And then the hot pie is really interesting because you can pick all the stuff that you want to go in there and the different broths. And so I'm very big on Asian cuisine. So if I can tell anybody, go check out K-Pot. I love it.
Okay, that's it.
So for a second one, let me think. I really don't know because I was disappointed by the bakery. So
you can't name the bakery.
I can't name the bakery.
Yeah, our goal is to not name negative remarks on restaurants that we don't like. I can't say anything. I'm just gonna say Chili's is still hitting it for me.
There you go.
The triple dipper and the margaritas are hitting for me. Actually, I can't even have the triple dipper. Just today, what I had for at Chili's? I had Arnold Palmer and I had half mashed potatoes. That's all I had.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm trying to get some more protein in. I had a quarter of a chicken tender, so I'm trying to get. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. You'll be back soon. You are coming back soon.
I will be back
soon. Yes, you will be back soon. Comment your favorite ghost story. Tell me your ghost story on the YouTube. Why do I sound like I'm 89? No. Do your comment on YouTube. Thank you so much, Producer Mike. We are at the Free Podcast Center. I'm going to throw a little advertising there for him. Free Podcast Center with Producer Mike. I'm not going to say the last name. And it's out here in the Woodlands, and we're off of Groggins Mill Road. Don't schedule my time because I will come after you. That's all I'm saying. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good time. And wait, you're going to open up a YouTube or no?
Yes, I'll be opening a YouTube soon.
Yeah, and then we're going to share the reel, and then go ahead and whoever wants to comment on the bottom, tell us your favorite scary story or what you want to talk about next. And I think I need to start saying subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Everybody's saying that. I never do it because I'm like, what if they don't like me?
Hit that like button.
Okay, there you go. Okay, hit that like button. Yeah, because I don't. When I'm watching somebody, I don't. I like them. I'll be like, all right, move next. All right, gotta stop doom scrolling. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Bye.